to my Flash episode review. My thoughts on tonight's episode of Flash titled Who Was Harrison Wells? And sorry for my voice, guys. Unfortunately, I've had a sore throat for the last 5 days. And I also went to a concert, which made it a lot worse, which made me lose my voice almost entirely. It's getting a little better, so unfortunately I have to bear with me in my really bad voice. So to get into tonight's episode, tonight was a really good episode. And well, my big worry was with the whole villain of the week thing. You know, I've gone in the past about why I don't like that. And then, of course, that's why I was worried about tonight's episode. But tonight's episode, I feel like the villain wasn't entirely useless. I mean, honestly, it's still a villain I can care less about. But still, at the same time, like, it was definitely a villain that I think posed, not like a huge threat, but was definitely a threat to the team and to the other people in Flash's life because of the shape-shifting ability. So it was a nice change-up considering how they, I don't know, I feel like early on with like the Mist and Multiplex in the first couple of episodes, like those weren't handled the best in my opinion. But tonight I feel like the villain was used well, and that's how it was. It was used well. Now it wasn't a great villain. And even like the actor who only had like really one scene in it was just but overall, like as an episode, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So to go into what I actually did enjoy about the episode tonight, for me, probably my favorite part was Joe and Cisco going to Starling City and investigating, Dr. Wells' crash, and them ultimately fighting the original Dr. Wells' body. But my favorite thing absolutely was the banter between Cisco and Laurel Lance. And it's funny because, like, on Arrow, we don't necessarily see, like, a happy kind of, I don't know, like you don't really see Laurel, like, all in all in Arrow, you don't see too much happiness in the show. It's it's definitely a darker, more gritty show. So seeing her lighter side in Flash, it's a nice change of pace. Seeing her and even her dad, and even with what's going on in their relationship in Arrow, it's nice seeing them kind of bring that over to Flash a little bit and the tension between the two of them. But to me, just the tension, not the tension, but the interaction between Laurel and Cisco was so great. I mean, the whole thing with, Laurel telling Cisco she's Black Canary. I mean, I know she knows about Barry and all that, but at the same time, like, she just revealed her identity to someone she barely even knows. And I don't know, that's just a minor thing. But just seeing Cisco's reaction and ultimately, like, her asking him to make, the sonic device better, and her getting the canary cry from him, I thought that was pretty cool. Because, in the comics, Black Canary is a meta-human, and her canary cry is, that's her power. So maybe we'll see that side of Canary soon on Arrow. But for now, like, I thought that I really enjoyed that. So there's that. And I really, really liked the interaction between Barry and Eddie in this episode. While there weren't a lot of them, I've really come around on Eddie as a character because for a long time I didn't really like him a lot. And I don't know, I just felt like he wasn't a useful character and the actor wasn't that great. Excuse me for a second, guys. Sorry for that interruption. I need water for my throat. But for me, like, my problems always stem from, like, the acting and just the writing of the character in general. But now that he's in on Barry's secret, I don't know what it is, but the last couple of episodes, I've seen more from this character that I really enjoy. So seeing his interactions with Barry and Barry able to, like, trying to, get him free so they can find out where the guy is. And, like, him saying, like, no, we gotta do it the right way, da-da-da-da. We can't, sorry. I really, really love their interactions in tonight's episode. And I really like Eddie as a character now. He's really come around on me. And it's because, like, the same way I kind of felt about Cisco for a long time, I felt like he was kind of but now, like, I really enjoy him, like, as a character. And again, the show, while it's obviously not the best written and has its problems here and there or whatever, overall I think it's a really great show. And it's nice seeing it this far along. I mean, it took most of the season, but it's nice seeing these characters grow on me and make me enjoy the show that much more. So there's that. And even the interactions between, we'll go into the whole Starling City side of it, the interactions between Joe and Quentin Lance, the captain over there. I mean, for those of you who don't watch Arrow, just want to fill you in a little bit. It was nice seeing their interactions because while they both work for their own respective police departments, they're two distinct characters, and seeing them interact with each other and talk about their own daughters and everything that's going on, and seeing all that stuff going on, to me, like that was nice to see, like as a fan of both shows, and seeing their interactions, because like that's one of the benefits of having these two shows exist in the same universe, that you can have all these crossovers and stuff. Like when they like even last week when they had the Adam come by from Arrow, the Adam and Felicity, it's nice seeing these little mini crossovers here and there, and that's one of the things I like about these shows. But yeah, I don't need to keep going into that any further. One thing I really loved was Iris doing her own investigative reporting, because to me, I feel like overall for most of the season, Iris has been underused as a character, because I feel like they've sidetracked her as a love interest, whether it's just as Barry's love interest, Barry's friend, or it was it was Eddie's girlfriend or whatever. Or I just feel like they haven't given enough of her reporting background. No, I mean like that. She hasn't done a whole lot of her own reporting. There's been some tidbits here and there, but it's never been on the forefront. And seeing her own investigating of what's going on with Eddie, and ultimately her like standing up for herself in kind of like a small way. I feel like that's the writers kind of coming around in the character, because I mean they haven't really treated her the best, in my opinion. And seeing this kind of one step in the right direction from the writers gives me a little more faith in them and in the character herself. And so seeing that side of Iris tonight, like I really enjoyed it. And even tonight, like one of the minor things I enjoyed was the brief interaction between Barry and his Captain Singh. And because it's kind of been like not antagonistic, but like Singh has always belittled Barry and kind of treated Barry like he's stupid and all that. But it was nice seeing in tonight's episode them kind of being on a sense of mutual respect, and like have like not there being tension between the two of them, And so that was nice to see, because I mean obviously like in a few episodes back we found out that like he does talk highly of Barry, so it was nice kind of seeing like their interactions. Hopefully we get a little more of that. And then to top it all off, the ending scene with everyone and Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin all finding Wells' like secret room or whatever you want to call it. But my question is, I mean, I love the scene. I love them finally finding out who he really is. How is he able to get any access into that? Because I feel like if Wells was smart, or Thawne, or whatever you want to call him, was smart, he would make it so only his handprint can get in. But I guess all you need is someone's hand and whatever. And then how like the news article shows up automatically. I mean, like I get it, like why they need to show like all these characters, like who Wells really is. But at the same time, it like doesn't make a whole lot of sense, like because you think it wouldn't be that easy. I guess like that's ultimately what makes me question that scene. I mean, as much as I like it, I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted because, well, I do like that Barry and all them know who Wells really is, and they'll see the article from the future of the Flash missing. It's just odd for me because the whole thing doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in how they're so easily get able to find it, unless Wells made it that way and he anticipated it, in which case, never mind. But I mean, for now, just out on the surface, that's just what appears to me. But yeah, and then tonight I was definitely seeing, and it was nice, I liked how Caitlin was in this episode, kind of like standing up for herself, and like that scene when she's explaining, how the 9 months Barry's gonna come was hell for her, and Dr. Wells is the only one who really stood by. That was a good character moment for her. It was nice seeing some development from her as a character, because obviously we haven't gotten, I mean, we know enough about Caitlin, but it's always nice to see a little more to her character, because there are all these like supporting characters, and I see some of them being brought in the spotlight a little bit. So that's something I also liked. Well, guys, I think that'll be it from me. Yeah, I just try to save as much of my voice as I can. I've already been talking for almost 10 minutes. So tonight episode was awesome. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season, especially with next week. And everything was starting to come together. Thawne and Barry going at it, and then Grodd's coming. I'm super excited for the rest of the season. So until next week, guys, have a good one.